this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Sunday the 15th of August. Coming straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, looking at the outer candles, it's been a mixed start to the day for Bitcoin. Going to see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 47.053 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 48.172. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to break out from 47,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on, to expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 48.141 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, could see Bitcoin target the 23.6% fib, sitting at 50.473 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 49.259. A fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 45.966 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 45. Second major support level sits at 44.847. Looking at the MACDs, got a marked narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bullish cross this morning. That would support further upside through the day. On the EMAs, the 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200. No divergence as yet, so keep an eye on that for direction as well. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 47.053 and move back through to 47,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Going across to Ethereum against US dollar, it's a mixed start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move back through the pivot at 3269 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3331 and the 23.6% fib at 3369. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 3300 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that 23.6% fib to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 3450 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3395. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3205 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 3100 levels. Second major support level at 3143 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, so got to be looking out for a bullish cross there. On the EMAs, 50 has pulled away marginally from the 100 and the 200, so keep an eye on that for direction as well. That's still a bullish indicator. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 3269 through to 3300 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Also Litecoin against the US dollar, positive start. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 181 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 187. Support from the broader market will be needed for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high at 185.05. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 190 to cap any upside. In the event of breakout, should see Litecoin target 195 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 191. Fall through the pivot will bring the 23.6% fib at 178 and the first major support level at 177 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 170s. Second major support level at 171 should limit the downside. Looking at MACDs, bullish cross at the turn of the day, coming off the back of yesterday's late recovery and this morning's gains. So look out for a further widening of the bullish histograms through the day. On the EMAs, 50 is pulling away from the 100 and the 200. That's a bullish signal, supporting further upside ahead. So key would be to move through yesterday's high, 185.05, to bring resistance levels into play. A fall through the pivot would bring support levels into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar on the move once more. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move, avoid the pivot at 1.2218 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.3725. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break out from yesterday's high that was at 1.31157. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 1.4 to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Ripple's XRP target second major resistance level at 1.4623 before any pullback. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.132 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of sub 1.0 levels. Second major support level sits at 0.9813. Looking at the MACDs, slight widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of this morning's gains and yesterday's rally. So that's a bullish signal. With the EMAs, that's also a bullish signal with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to move through yesterday's high, 1.3157 to bring resistance levels into play. Fall through the pivot would bring support levels into play.